That would be my message, to be bold, be empowered, and before anything stand firm in the truth, biological truth.
And larger.
Pastor.
Sometimes a bit of clear
Pastor.
fluid that may contain
Pastor.
a few sperm comes out of the tip of the penis and makes
Pastor.
it wet.
Can we, sir, I'm sorry.
Was it something I said? If you don't want to hear it in a school board meeting, why should children be able to check it out of the school system? But you don't want me to read it. Why? Does it bother you? Yes or no? You can't answer that question. You want to know why? Because politically speaking, you can't say that it's wrong. And you don't want me to read the filth because it exposes the truth.
I'm here to speak on behalf of our younger children and their academics. This book, It Feels Good to Be Yourself, which has an oxymoronic title based on its content, can be found in 26 elementary schools. It is geared towards K2, and as Macmillan Publisher says, it basically is geared toward ages 4 through 8. It introduces 4 different characters with different gender identities. It makes it seem as if gender is an imaginary concept that can be changed on a whim, when the truth is, gender is factual.
Being male or being female is a developmental process. You can't go backwards.
Xavier is a cisgender boy. Which 4 through 8-year-old knows what cisgender means? Can they spell cisgender? Some kids feel that their gender identity isn't always the same. It's often changing. So now are we endorsing schizophrenia? What are we doing? When does this foolishness stop? When you shroud lunacy, insanity, or fallacy in colorful words and pictures to be read to young children, you have created an unsafe environment, since we're talking about safe environment, right? Where does it stop? At this tender age, our children should be learning their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Who authorized this? Who told you that you are God? Who gave you permission to tell our children who they are and who they're supposed to be?
My gets my right! My gets my right! My gets my right! We have beside you either a Christian, a Jewish, maybe atheist. We all standing here for one cause, and one cause only is how to protect our future, which is as our kids.
Children, this has got to stop. What's going on in the schools, libraries, like, you got to be kidding. I'm doing this for my granddaughter and my daughter.
Somebody needs to shut Trudeau up and his propaganda that he's spreading. Like, enough's enough. Like, enough's enough. Like, enough's enough. We're supposed to live in what people classify the freest country in the world. This isn't free. This is sad. You're taking away the rights of children before they even have the chance to have rights. It's not about somebody's preference and sexuality. I could care less what somebody's preference is. My son's going to learn about that when he's older. But what he doesn't need to learn as a kindergarten child is that you can become a girl. And you can do surgery to become a girl. No, he needs to go learn ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and just be a kid. Like, enough's enough.
My kid, that's all.
Basically, you're saying keep your ideology out of the school.
Out of school, yeah. School is school. It's education. Let's keep that way. Simple.
School's not a place for political activism. And my kid is in the public school. And the crazy indoctrination, leftist indoctrination, usually enters the crazy LGBTQ WXYZ cult that's infiltrating the school board. You go to the kids' schools, there's flags on every single wall. It's being shoved down these kids' throats. These kids, they don't want it, man. Kids should be kids, you know. A 6-year-old doesn't need to know any sexual preference, whether it's straight or gay. Whether it's straight or gay. So, in my opinion, they should just leave that kids alone, man.
This is intentional and evil at its core. Get back to what you were elected to do and formally educate our children, not indoctrinate them with left-wing ideologies under the guise of providing a safe and welcoming space. Hear us clearly. We will not surrender our children. Leave our children alone.
Dare you tell me to stop reading it? If you don't want to hear it, why should the children have to see it.
How do we get to this point where we just stop looking out for kids?
This all comes from the Trevor Project. This is a suicide prevention organization for LGBTQ youth, and they released the report after surveying more than 10,000 people ages 13 to 24. 44% of those LGBTQ youth reported seriously contemplating suicide, compared with 41% of youth in other parts of the country.
What do you think? Leave it in the comment box and subscribe to 999EYE.